Many psychics, mediums have talked of us approaching a major shift in human consciousness and entering a new era, a new paradigm. And so many of them are pinpointing the winter solstice of this year, 21st of December, as the time when that's going to happen. And what many of them are saying is that if they're able to intuit that this is on the way, then the evildoers, the cabal, will doubtless have their own psychics or their remote viewers or whatever, who would also have been able to tap into that knowledge, and they know that this is coming. And that would be the reason why they're panicking and in desperation now, feeling that they're about to be exposed and their days are numbered. They're throwing everything they've got at us. Doesn't it feel like that's been happening this year? It's just been absolutely ridiculous the way the tyranny and all this horrific stuff has been piled all on top of each other, week after week after week. And in recent weeks, it just seems to have reached really desperate levels, where every day we're hearing something new about how our rights and freedoms are going to be taken away, or our lives are going to become more controlled, or all these horror stories that are happening. So it appears to be a very complicated interplay between the timelines playing out in this physical reality through the passage of linear time, and being able to view this from a higher perspective in another realm. And it seems like there are two or more potential timelines waiting to play out. One in which the controllers, the evildoers, get their way, and the other in which humanity takes back its power and puts down the evil. And it seems they feel as if the second one there is about to play out, and they're desperately trying to change it into the first one. A lot of astrologers and a lot of commentators on this are saying that this is the true Age of Aquarius, which is about to come in. And that's what we're going to see ushered in at the winter solstice this year. Jupiter and Saturn meet at 0 degrees of Aquarius a week after the solstice, so they will be together on the solstice. Every 200 years, this conjunction moves into a new element, the four elements earth, air, fire and water, so it's now moving into air for the first time in 800 years. Traditionally, that means some sort of big change in history. At the solstice these days, we get the galactic alignment when the Sun at 0 degrees Capricorn is crossing over the galactic equator that is the middle line through the Milky Way. This happens once every 13,000 years. And an interesting thing is that I've been listening to a lot of psychics and mediums and even tarot readers from all far-flung corners of the world. So some of them are in Australia, some might be in South America, and the USA, all over Europe, in Asia, and they're all pretty much coming with the same message. They're all saying that they're intuiting that there's this major shift on its way round about these dates we've been talking about. They all seem to correlate what each other is saying. Nobody's coming with anything that differs from that. So it does indicate that there could well be something to all this. I'm consciously trying to stay focused on positive outcomes and trying to manifest that through thought. I've just had so much attached to what I've been putting out there in terms of my wishes and intent, and I came to realise that you have to put it out there and let go of it and let the universe do the rest. And I think that's some pretty sound advice for everyone right now. But another thing I did want to just mention is that all this great stuff that is said to be coming in, we shouldn't just be sitting back and allowing it to happen and not participating in the process that needs to take place to help it to come in. A phrase that often comes to mind to me is, God helps those who help themselves. So it's not enough just to say, oh, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be wonderful, we can just sit back and watch the show. There's still work that we all need to be doing. We need to be resisting tyranny. We need to be making it difficult for them to roll out these plans that they've got. We need to be pushing back in any ways that we can. We need to be communicating what's going on to others. So there is still work to do, rather than just sitting back and enjoying the show.